All right, Trey Murphy believes in the Spurs, and I think you should as well.
I want some nasty. Are we having fun yet?
All right, so let me go ahead and throw this out there, okay? I was actually going to post some videos about the press conferences, the last press conferences, but you guys can go over to the last live stream if you want to see that. I want to go over this, okay? I want to go over this specifically. So our boy here, Trey Murphy, he had some things to say about the San Antonio Spurs. He actually really believes in them, and I think that you guys should believe in them too. I think too often we sit back and we're critical, way too critical for one game. Now, don't get me wrong. I gave my critiques, okay, but I didn't end it with, I'm changing my entire prediction of how I think this season will go. I still don't believe that, okay? I'm saying the Spurs get 44 wins. That's what I'm going to roll with. That's what I'm sticking with. And I love it. I love it, okay? So, big shout out to BetUS for sponsoring this video. I want to dive into this really quickly, really fast, okay? Just to show you the odds, the BetUS odds for the San Antonio Spurs winning the in-season tournament. I brought this up in another video, but yeah, it's they don't believe in us, all right? No one believes in us. I think that the Spurs could very well struggle right now, but by the time they get to the in-season tournament, they'll be really good. I really do believe in this team. The way that they competed against the Dallas Mavericks was really impressive. And as Wemby said, 80% of the game, they looked pretty decent, okay? But if you guys are interested at all in BetUS, head on over there. The bet right now, if you put in 10, just $10, $12.50 if the Spurs won the in-season tournament. So is it likely? Not super likely, but you know, I think that there's some faith there, okay? I do believe in them. So, you guys interested in that, use promo code YouTube150. You receive 150% bonus on your first deposit, 125% bonus on your next two deposits up to $2,000. All right, let's take a look at what Trey Murphy has to say. I don't know if I should make this big or not because of copyright, but let's risk it, all right? I'm a man of risk. I like to risk.
Yeah, probably the Spurs. Last year they had, their lumps that they went through the beginning part of the year. And then as the year progressed, they got better and better. Wemby got better. And they just looked like they were finally piecing things together. Obviously, they still didn't make the play-in or anything like that, but they, showed flashes of being like a really good team. And now you add CP to the mix, Harrison Barnes to the mix. You have a veteran presence in the locker room. Obviously, you had the coach who's one of the greatest coaches of all time.
That is absolutely true. We already saw it, by the way. I know that people are pretty down right now with the last loss, but we actually already seen Chris Paul have a major impact on this team. I knew Jeremy Sohan would get so many more easy looks because he's such a good cutter, because he has such high basketball IQ, and he's always in the right place at the right time, that Chris Paul would find him. But Chris Paul is finding everybody. It's just going to come down to who's going to hit their shots. And when Steph Castle actually comes into his own, which I don't think it'll take long. I feel like in the second half of this last game, he started to look more comfortable on the offensive end. Once he starts coming into his own, we're going to be looking at a team that's really impressive, and at the very least tough to beat. Even last season, I mean, I know this is going to be a controversial take, especially when you have, only 22 wins. But 22 wins can look different between team to team, from team to team. Detroit Pistons 22 wins would look different than the San Antonio Spurs 22 wins, right? It's just what their losses would look different. But even last season, they compete, and as bad as Wemby played in this first game, we know what he's capable of. And if we just get 70% of what we got at peak Wemby last season, we are in there, y'all. We are in there. We're looking pretty decent.
When you have a player that veteran presence is a little different when it comes from them and not just a coach.
To sweep that two-man game.
Oh, it's going to be nasty.
It's just going to be nasty.
Yeah, it's going to be nasty.
Yeah.
That's pretty great. So Trey Murphy basically said, yes, as far as his top favorite teams, the San Antonio Spurs are in there, which is high praise, especially since there's much better teams in the league right now than us. Someone says, man, would love Trey on this team. I just want less turnovers and more points. than the other team all the time. Okay, he's one of my favorite players, to be honest. This makes me like him even more. Yeah, he's pretty awesome. So just wanted to relay that information to you guys. I don't know if you've seen this, but it's from the Young Man and the Three. So if you guys want to check out that podcast, please do. Just check on it. Check over it on YouTube. I think I saw it on YouTube a couple times. So anyways, I'll get with you guys later. Just wanted to convey that info. Until next time, man. Peace, and big shout out to BetUS for sponsoring this video.